watching the English newscast on Future Television. I'm Yumna Naufal, and these are today's top stories. Prime Minister Tamam Salam meets with the Saudi ambassador after the UAE and Saudi Arabia and now Kuwait issue travel warnings to citizens going to Lebanon. Khattab Chief Sami Jmail criticizes Suklin for neglecting duties and urges the judiciary to follow up on the matter. And Assad is assuring Putin of willingness to respect the Syrian ceasefire, while Washington officials express doubt he will. Prime Minister Tamam Salam met with Saudi Ambassador Ali Awad Asiri to express Beirut's willingness to stay in contact with the Saudi leadership and send a message to Riyadh expressing Lebanon's desire to keep good ties with the country. Salam plans his visit to Saudi Arabia following the announcement of halting deals worth $4 billion aimed at equipping and supporting Lebanese security forces in retaliation for Lebanon siding with Iran in the Sunni kingdom's spat with the Shia power. Foreign Minister Shaban Basid, who heads the Free Patriotic Movement that is allied with Hezbollah, declined to support Saudi resolutions against Iran during two recent meetings of Arab and Muslim foreign ministers. Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates are urging their citizens not to travel Lebanon. In breaking news, Kuwait issued a travel ban as well. Asidi is assuring that the Saudi embassy in Beirut is working around the clock to help Saudi nationals in Lebanon with the arrangements for their return home if they are willing to do so. Progressive Socialist Party leader Walid Jumblat is hailing efforts exerted by Prime Minister Tamam Salam to lessen the repercussions of Saudi Arabia's measures against Lebanon. He's urging rival parties to extend a hand to Salam in these terrible times, according to which the country is passing and taking into consideration Lebanon's interests above all. Salam is expected to head a ministerial delegation to visit the GCC countries to reiterate Lebanon's commitment to Arab consensus and its Arab identity after Saudi Arabia decided to halt aid to equip Lebanese security agencies and issued a travel advisory warning against Lebanon. Khattab Chief Sami Jmail is urging the judiciary to follow up on a previous complaint lodged against Suklin, the company's managing Beirut and Mount Lebanon's waste, over embezzlement accusations and failure to carry out its tasks. After a meeting with General Prosecutor Judge Samir Hammoud, Jmail told reporters that the judiciary should investigate Suklin's work and convict those in charge. Jmail also accused Suklin of neglecting its duties and stealing public and money by simply burying the trash in landfills without sorting it, in addition to accusing Suklin of being part of the mafia. Jmail questions why the cabinet has not yet taken any appropriate measures and adds that the Council for Development and Reconstruction is failing to carry out its duties. The Khattab chief revealed that Suklin buried 80% of the trash in the Nami landfill when it should have buried only 20% and sorted the rest for recycling. The Lebanese American University, in collaboration with the Global Shapers of Beirut, organized a panel to discuss the upcoming U.S. elections in November and how it could impact foreign policy in the Middle East. Moderated by producer to Kalam Nas, the #1 talk show host in Lebanon, Philippe Abou Zaid started by presenting the three panelists, which included Assistant Professor of Political Science and International Affairs, Dr. Jennifer Skoulterwes, as well as lecturer on the Quran and the challenges of modernity at St. Joseph University, Mr. Amin Isa. The panel shed light on the differences to expect between the Republican and Democratic candidates, and should any one party take on the presidency in November, specifically towards the Middle East and Lebanon. Considering the recent Saudi-Iran tensions, Abou Zaid asked the panelists what they thought the future held, as well as possible solutions to counter violent extremism. Coming up next, it's the countdown to the Oscars this Sunday, and we've got the scoop right here. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching the 16:20 o'clock news here on Future Television. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad is assuring Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin of his government's readiness to respect a ceasefire deal brokered by Moscow and Washington. Assad confirmed the readiness of the Syrian government to facilitate the establishment of a ceasefire, but the ceasefire agreement does not apply to jihadists like Daesh and Al-Nusra Front. Yet it calls for a cessation of hostilities between government forces and opposition groups from midnight on Friday, Damascus time. Putin, whose Air Force is flying a bombing campaign to support Assad's troops on the ground, pledged earlier this week to do whatever necessary to get Damascus to uphold the deal after sealing the agreement with U.S. President Barack Obama. However, some Washington officials have expressed doubt over whether Russia will respect the ceasefire. Secretary of State John Kerry previously warned that the United States was considering a Plan B to deal with Syria should Damascus and Moscow not keep their end of the bargain. Daesh affiliates in Libya briefly took over the security headquarters in the western city of Sabratha, killing and beheading 12 security officers before being driven out, according to two city security officials. The incident highlights the enduring presence and unpredictable striking power of the local Daesh militants in the strategic city, which serves as a hub for migrants heading to Europe. A security official said that the militants used the headless bodies of the officers they killed to block the roads leading to the security headquarters, which they occupied for about 3 hours. The official, who spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to do so to the press, said the total number of officers killed in the occupation and ensuing clashes reached 19. Libya's chaos 5 years after the uprising that led to the ouster and killing of longtime autocrat Muammar Gaddafi in 2011 has paved the way for Daesh affiliates to take control of several cities. Businessman Donald Trump inched closer to the U.S. Republican presidential nomination after easily outdistancing his rivals in the Nevada caucuses, giving him his third win in 4 early nominating contests. Broadcast networks called the state for Trump almost immediately after voting ended, with the state Republican Party confirming the victory soon after. With returns still being tabulated, U.S. Senator Marco Rubio of Florida was second, and Ted Cruz, the U.S. Senator from Texas, was third.
We love Nevada. We love Nevada. Thank you. Thank you. This is a great place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great evening. We will be celebrating for a long time tonight. Have a good time. Have a good time. You know, we weren't expected, a couple of months ago, we weren't expected to win this one. You know that, right? We weren't. Of course, if you listen to the pundits, we weren't expected to win too much, and now we're winning the country. And soon the country is going to start winning. We get greedy, right? Now we're going to get greedy for the United States. We're going to grab and grab and grab. We're going to bring in so much money and so much everything. We're going to make America great again, folks. I'm telling you, we're going to make America great again, Jeff. So we won the evangelicals. We won with young. We won with old. We won with highly educated. We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. We're the smartest people. We're the most loyal people. And you know what I really am happy about, because I've been saying it for a long time. 46% with the Hispanics. 46%. Number one with Hispanics. I'm really happy about that. So, people, you're going to be proud of your president, and you're going to be even prouder of your country, okay? So tonight, folks, this was a great evening. I love this place. I love this state. I love Las Vegas. I have spent and invested so much money over here. Trump International Hotel. I keep telling Steve we have the best hotel in Las Vegas. He's fighting me all the time, but that's like... But I just want to say it's a great state, and they have great people. And I was so proud. You know, I went to caucus. I was all over the place tonight. The people are amazing. The enthusiasm, it was unbelievable to see. The people of this country are absolutely amazing. I love you folks very much. Remember, make America great again. We're going to do it, and it's going to happen fast. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. We love you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
The relatives of victims of several high-profile gun violence and police force cases endorsed Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton at a church in Columbia, South Carolina. The mothers, including those of slain teenager Trayvon Martin, Eric Gray, and Sandra Brandt, who died in a Texas jail, told the stories of their children's deaths and the lack of justice that followed in each case. Former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who was gravely wounded in a mass shooting at an event in her district, and her husband, astronaut Mark Kelly, also joined the woman on stage. The race between Clinton and Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont for the U.S. Democratic presidential nomination is tight for the two heading into next Saturday's South Carolina primary.
Us mothers, we empowered each other. So my son's death would not be in vain. And I will walk, speak, rally, do whatever it takes until my voice is heard and until justice is served. That's why I ask all of you to vote and to pick the right candidate. And I think the right candidate is Secretary Clinton. She is the one for us. She will stand with us. She will be with us and try to change policies. And again, I endorse her because she endorsed us first. All right.
You cannot fake compassion. You cannot fake genuine. You cannot fake the fact that you care. I don't care if it's in a 9-month span of a window of an election. You can't fake that. And so she has proven that. So when people say to me, why Hillary? I say, why not? And I don't think that there is a better, more qualified individual to get the job done.
This marks the end of our bulletin for today. Now for a reminder of our headlines. Salam meets with the Saudi ambassador after the UAE and Saudi Arabia issued travel warnings to citizens going to Lebanon. Khattab Chief Sami Jumail criticizes the Queen for neglecting duties and urges the judiciary to follow up. And Assad assures Putin of willingness to respect the Syrian ceasefire, while Washington officials express doubt that they will. Those are your headlines live this Wednesday. Join us again tomorrow for all the latest. Have a good evening.
Thank you.